My son is first year of high school. My daughter is third year of college. When my son was in elementary school, going into middle school, I say the same thing with my daughter. I've been in the same house. This is my backyard for the last 21 years. Well, going to 20, almost 22 years now. Raised the kids here. They were born here. They went to great local public schools here. We have amazing public schools, charter schools. Place called Granada Hills in California. Over the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, we are teaching kids everything at middle school now, even at elementary school. What are we teaching kids? We're teaching kids about gender. We're teaching kids about sex. We're teaching kids about anatomy, which is fine. I mean, I think a parent should do the birds and bees talk with their kids as opposed to be a teacher, because, they may be biased one way or another. We're talking about a lot of issues that I don't think belong at schools. Now, you may call me old world, you may call me politically incorrect or whatever. Now, knock yourselves out. What should we teach our kids at these early ages, early stages of their life? We can teach all that stuff. I get it. I'm opposed to it, but it's the public school system. If you're not happy with it, then take your kid out and put him in a Christian school. Somebody said to me, that's $30,000 a year and your education is not half as good as my public school, though. But let's not get into that. What's lacking in our schools, that goes, by the way, starts at elementary school, goes all the way to college. In fact, the college is more prevalent. What do they not teach our kids? They don't teach our kids about investing, early investing. They don't teach our kids about finance. Why? Because they want to create a dependent society. Who are they, by the way? When you say they, people go, Serge, who is they? They is the banks. Banks want to issue you credit as soon as you can breathe, so that you get hooked on plastic and you go spend money, because our economy's 80% of GDP depends on consumer spending. They want you to spend money. We're a spender society. We're not a maker society. We used to be a manufacturing society. We're a spender society. So why are you guys teaching kids, in the education system, all about gender and different genders and sex education and all that stuff? Yeah, it has its place. I get it. Is it too early in elementary school and early middle school? Yeah, I think it's early. But they're doing it. Well, why don't the powers to be create these classes for kids to learn about finance? And I'm not talking high finance. I'm talking about trade. We're talking about how you can make money buying something at $1 and selling it at $1.50. ROI, percentages, right? This should be part of math curriculum, I think. I really do. But I came across this tweet on Twitter, and this I cannot go by without mentioning it. And my son is into it, by the way. He's 15. Both my kids have DCA accounts already. Okay. And my daughter is working at school already. She's a student instructor. They're paying her to teach older kids, actually, and then she takes her paycheck, and certain weeks she spends it, obviously, because she's a spender. But on certain weeks, then she can do it. I'll help her and put the $100 in, because I've said this a million times. You put $100 a month for the next 40 years, and she's at 19, and my son is 15. For the next 40 years, you put $100 a month into any index ETF, anything, outside your income, outside your 401k, outside your IRA, outside your Roth IRA. You do that in 40 years, that's going to become $1.3 million. Why shouldn't they have an extra $1.3 million? That's with an average of 10% compounded return, dividends reinvested. But I'm thinking, I teach that to my kids. I didn't start early, though, which is, again, my fault. But I came across this tweet that just blew my mind, okay? This is from a Twitter account called The Smile Investor. All right. My son came to me several months back and told me some of his friends were talking about Bitcoin. All right. He's 9 years old. Amazing. Amazing. He's been saving his money and decided that this was what he wants to do. Okay. Rather than telling him no, I take my hat off to you, sir, as a parent. Because a lot of parents will go, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. Go away now. I'm tired. I worked all day. I don't want to talk to you about this. I'm like, okay. You're too young to talk about money. Oh, you're not young to be taught about sex or gender, but you're too young to talk about money. Okay, I got you. Rather than telling him no, I told him he should first understand what he wants to invest in. He decided to learn about it together. Amazing. Amazing. I believed it was important to meet him where his interests were. Absolutely amazing. Definitely better than a video game on top of everything else. After learning about it, he tells me, Dad, I still want to buy some. I understand the risk. Now, you may say, what a 9-year-old going to understand? 9-year-old is not going to understand about what Michael Saylor is doing. But he has a conviction, and he has his whole 70 years of life ahead of him. Even if this turns out to be a mistake, the next one won't, okay? He scraped together around $150, and we bought him some Bitcoin. I also bought some after what I learned. Great. I'm proud of the little guy for showing interest and eagerness to learn about investing. This experience opened doors for us to discuss other investments such as VOO, which is the Vanguard ETF, Tesla. Now he wants to make investing part of his future, and he's planning on making his first purchase of VOO. And there's his Robinhood account, up 63% already. I guess he bought Bitcoin a while ago, probably at 50,000. Look, this is what brings joy to me, right? Because this should be it. We should all do this with our siblings, with our kids, with our grandkids. Just set them down. The world is not about this two-dimensional video game that they're stuck on, that they're getting carpal tunnel on, right? There is stuff happening that they should learn early. If you're going to learn early about sex, which I think it's definitely important, right? I mean, you don't want accidents happening. You definitely need to have that birds and bees talk with your kids, but why not investing? And look at what's happening in college. What is our college system based on? Student loans, billions and trillions in dollars. It's all about marketing, okay? Why should any college kid with a 4-year useless degree that most of the time they come out with like a shackle and a ball on their feet called a student loan that they're going to pay for the rest of their life almost, interest on, right? Well, if they were taught at 9, 10, like this kid, about investing, maybe by the time they get to college, because they may have had some funds that they don't have to borrow money to go to college, because I think that's the biggest travesty that I've seen in this country. The marketing of, yes, you must go to college. No, not everybody is college material. You shouldn't. It's overrated as far as I'm concerned. In my day, college was great. Today, college is completely overrated. And especially a 4-year degree. Especially a lot of these kids, they go like, oh, what are you studying? I'm studying marketing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, I don't know. But without getting into that, my hat's off to this parent. My hat's off to this 9-year-old. Amazing. Do that with your kids. Have the talk be Bitcoin or Tesla or finance or stocks on your dinner table, as opposed to, oh, what can I buy today? Oh, Best Buy has a 70-inch TV sale for $400 or whatever. Fill their heads with all the stuff. It works. They're malleable. They don't have prefixed ideas. They don't have preconceived ideas yet. You can direct them the right way. And I love it. I love these kind of tweets. I love these kind of families who take the time to talk to their kids about investing.